Jack's
see if
question.
anybody, because that's the type of argument that Paul Watson seemed to be trying to give, was some type of abductive inference to a God. And what I'm trying to understand is, right, how that type of argument is anything more than an appeal to a just so story.
It's not
Right. And
just
I'm
so.
just,
It's not just so. When he was talking about how all the atoms are
if it's
connected,
not a just so story, then you tell me what the independent line of evidence is for that explanatory hypothesis.
You are that evidence. And
exactly.
if you believe that your reality was created, even if you're creating it
You
yourself,
tell me, show me how you derive from the hypothesis a prediction of me.
do you accept as a fact that you and I are interacting?
Why are you asking me a question?
Because
I'm
in order
asking
to
you,
the answer to your question,
look,
because in order to, I have to have some perspective of where you're coming from. So I need to know what you accept
no,
and what
you
you do
don't
not
have to,
accept.
no, you don't need any of that. So you made a
Okay,
claim,
I've yet to make a
why are you
claim.
over
I've
talking me?
Because you're
You
wrong.
said,
I've yet to
okay,
make a claim. So
are,
fix
are
yourself.
you, are
Fix
you going to
fix your
stop talking?
yeah.
Moderators, are you
If
just
you
going to
could,
let this
All right,
guy
all right,
over
okay,
talk me?
all right. Let's try to be a little
Now
bit more friendly out here.
Let's
Yeah, yeah.
recapitulate
All
the
right. Yes.
dialectic
it's
here.
funny how you get upset when
Now
people
he's over
interrupt you,
talking me.
but
James,
Now he's
I
hang
over
never
on.
talking
finished.
me again.
I never finished.
Now he's
All right,
over
I never
talking me
finished. You're being
again.
a hypocrite. You didn't
all right,
come here to get an answer. You came here to argue.
all right, all right. Let me try to resolve this. James, did you understand Jack's question?
No, I understand that
Stop
he said
coping.
that I made a
He
statement that
doesn't
I didn't make a
understand the
statement. I
question.
didn't make that statement.
Yeah,
No,
well,
no,
I need to
no. Did you understand
recapitulate
his
the
question
dialectic.
about the just so as an explanation for a phenomena?
No, earlier I asked him to explain what a just so story is, and
All
he
right.
did not.
So,
Yeah, so
Jack,
what
could
the
you
fuck?
please
Wait a minute,
explain to James?
No. What the fuck is wrong with this person, right, answering the question when he doesn't even know what a fucking just so story is, right? Because
Oh,
what you said
what I
was,
said is, what is a
why
just
are
so
you over
story?
talking me? Why the fuck do you keep over talking me? Shut your fucking
Wow,
mouth until I'm done.
wow.
All right.
Just
That's
shut your mouth.
I'm
How
not.
many
That's
times
not.
do I have to tell you that? Shut your mouth until I'm done.
Try it one
Right?
more time.
Now, moderators, are you going to let
All
this
right.
fucking motherfucker keep over talking
All
me?
right.
You're at
Like, what the fuck
James,
is this?
do you need
James, you're
to
a piece of
interrupt? Yeah,
Oh
James, do you
wow.
need to interrupt Jack while he's talking? Do you think
Do
you
you
have to
guys?
interrupt him? Is that necessary, or you can like wait for
Who,
him to
me?
finish? Yes.
Me? Oh yeah, it's necessary. You're gonna have to put me out.
Okay. So you are going to keep interrupting
Just, yeah, he
whenever
just said
anybody
yes,
else
he's
talk,
going to
or
keep
just
interrupting me. He just
yes?
said yes.
yeah,
Get him off
and
the
Just
yeah,
fucking
confirm that.
stage.
That's a
yeah,
Get
but
prime
him off the
example
fucking
because
I mean,
stage.
it's
All right.
also unnecessary to curse someone out, though. You might be a
What's gonna
piece
Curse
of
say?
shit for
someone
that.
out.
No
This
offense,
fucking
James, but
piece of garbage. This fucking piece of garbage keeps over talking me, even though the moderator asked him to stop fucking doing it.
you know what, guys, go ahead and put me out.
Sorry.
It's been real. You're
Sorry.
gonna see that the behavior that he's exhibiting is not me associated. Have a great night, guys.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Do
All
you all
right,
have
Jack.
a standard for this room or something, or is it okay to just berate people when we get upset? Because it just turns onto ontological bullying at a certain point
I
when
asked
people
the
are not.
guy to stop over.
ontological.
I
Hey,
asked the
it.
guy to stop
I
over talking
understand,
me.
Jack. I understand, but your emotions are not involved
All
in
right.
an
Let's
argument
stop with
about
the meta.
logic.
Maybe
Let's
you
just
should
stop with
answer
the
the
Okay.
meta.
question.
Okay,
Let's
let's
discuss
stop
the
with the
topic
meta.
instead of discussing people.
Okay,
Okay.
let's
All
just get back
right.
to the
Guys.
topic. Let's
Yeah,
get back
exactly.
to the
Let's
topic,
stop.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's
Let's
the
get back to the
question.
topic and
Here's
let's
the
not discuss
question.
people.
Yeah, here's the question on the table, right? Does anybody, right, is anybody able to show that a explanatory hypothesis to the existence of God, an explanatory hypothesis that allows us to infer to the existence of God is anything more than a just so story?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
see,
Every time I get to say that.
you would have
Yeah,
to.
okay. So
You
Paul,
would have.
so good. That's good. So now you show me, right, what it is that the God hypothesis predicts that gives independent evidence for his existence.
Yeah, so conscious things. So we have a universe that has electrons and atoms and coalescing galaxies, etc. So and now we have things in the galaxy, in the universe, us, that are aware of the universe and are starting to comprehend it. So it's like a self-comprehending universe almost. I mean, we are no smaller or larger, invaluable part of the universe than any other part or whatever. So we have that in it. And if you want, so to explain, you could either say that the puddle fits the pond, and there are, a very, very large number of universes. They think it should be about 10 to the 120 universes, give or take. And so we are the right one. So if you give it more universes than there are atoms in this observable universe, we could just be in the right atom, basically.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing how the
Okay, so let me
existence of
finish.
conscious. Okay.
So the choice then seems to be between like a non-intended, no intention setup when we are in the right universe, or another theory is maybe the consciousness itself or mind or whatever has a relationship or some part to play in the explanation of why the universe is set up the way it is. So you might not have to call it God, but you could say mental things or a foundational mind or some sort of mind dominance. So if like the P1 and all that, if parsimony is a scientific virtue, and one is the most parsimonious, and so does that demand a monism, like neutral, mental, or physical? Then because of the confidence that we all give mental things over physical things like energy, as far as you give 99% to energy, but you'd have to give to 100% confidence to your mind, which could be in a brain in a vat and all that. So you would have to, if you wanted to choose a monism, and if you wanted to be scientifically virtuous and be part, then you would have to choose idealism, and then that means we are in the only universe and not in a multiverse.
Yeah, so I don't think you understood the objection, because I'm not seeing how if God exists, it's more likely that we should have conscious beings than we should have no conscious beings at all. Right? So what I need you to do is show me how you generate that prediction from the God hypothesis.
Because and we don't know. In that case, we are more confident mental things exist, but we don't know what they are. We could just be bits of code. We could be on some substrate. We don't know.
Yeah, that's not an answer to my question. So I'll repeat the
Jack,
question.
I
What I want you to
don't know why you
do,
keep
what I
asking
want
this
you
question.
what I want you to do
It's
is
weird.
show me how the God hypothesis generates a prediction that we should see I don't know why you're over talking me. What I want you to do is show me how the God hypothesis, right? So what I want you to do is logically derive this from the God hypothesis, right? So if God exists, what we should expect to see are
Yes.
conscious beings rather than the negation,
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
of that claim, right, which is no conscious beings at all, right?
For one, we would expect to see number one. We would expect to see a universe that is more conducive to conscious beings, because you have to have atoms and electrons and all that, to have, and you also need to have like iron on our planet in order to make space telescopes, in order to survive, send Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 out, and to know all that other stuff. So we have other really cool things that we would need too. But in any case, just consciousness. If consciousness already existed or mind already existed, then that would help better explain our one universe, and that we have one universe, then the explanation that there is absolutely no intention anywhere in the entire universe and all of physics anywhere, nothing intended, only physical determinism. But yet we, in our little corners of our own minds, seem to interrupt and intercept this physical determinism and build things like pianos and tricycles. So to explain our own consciousness and the universe that has consciousness in it, we could postulate that the mind, or a foundational mind, has more explanatory power than this just gajillion and gajillion of universes and no
Well,
intention.
yeah, now see, I didn't actually ask you to repeat the claim,
It was powerful
right?
though.
What I asked you to
That's what
do,
I just,
now you're over talking me, right?
because you're scoring.
So now you're over talking me again. So what I asked you to do was to show me from the God hypothesis, there's a predictive expectation such that if God exists, right, what we should expect to see are conscious beings. Because it seems to me, right, perfectly consistent with there being a divine mind, right, that he should choose to create a world with no conscious beings in it at all, right? He could choose to create a world that does not conduce to there being conscious beings at all. He could choose to create no world at all. And I don't see why any of those options are any less expected given his existence than the option of him
Okay, you're
choosing to
not.
create a world. Now you're over talking me. Now you're over talking me again. Choosing to create a world, right, in which there are conscious beings in it. So what I'm asking you to do is to logically derive that from the hypothesis, not repeat the claim. Now, this is the third time I've asked you to do this. So
Okay,
let's see if you can, stop over talking me. Let's see if you can do it this time. Logically derive that prediction from the hypothesis.
number one, I'm not here to satisfy you. I'm here to talk to the whole audience. But the point is, yes, if you have a conscious mind, it could theoretically do anything it wants. It can make us be little, you know, Tupperware. It doesn't matter. So it could choose to or to not do things. But what it could do is choose, and it would have consciousness, and so it would have probably a universe that is conducive to consciousness. But the other alternative is to have pure non-intention, so no intention, so no atoms that want to do anything, no anything that has any reason or want or need to have awareness. They just sit there. Those things are less likely to give you a universe that has consciousness than if you assume, using parsimony, that you should have more confidence about that mental things than physical things. So yes, if you're going to have the two worlds, one with no intention and one with intention, the one with intention would definitely, possibly have other conscious things, because it is conscious, other minded things, than a world that has no intention and no consciousnness, just deciding to randomly come up with it. So there's the predictive power, and you don't have to agree with it, but it's strong.
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question,
Yes,
It's
I
right?
still
What
very,
I
it's,
asked
it's
you,
still very
yeah,
strong.
I don't know why people are over talking me. So my question was, given the existence of a divine mind, why is it more expected that we should see a world with other minds in it, right, than a world without other minds in it, or nothing external to God at all? And it seemed like you basically just conceded the point
did
because you
not.
said, now shut your mouth until I'm done, you fucking dumbass.
Hey, get
Why,
out.
Yeah,
yo,
it seemed
Jack?
like
Why are
you.
you
Why are you
so
swearing,
It
Jack?
seemed
defensive,
like.
dude?
No, no,
It
Jack.
seemed
No, no,
like.
pause,
No,
It
pause,
why
seemed
be
pause.
like.
honest? Like he should
It
not have.
seemed
Yo,
like.
He should
It
not
yo,
be able
seemed
Jack.
to
No, no,
talk
like.
no.
It
Stop,
seemed
stop
like.
anymore.
talking, Jack.
Are
Jack,
people
He
gonna
should
Jack,
not
keep
stop
be able
over
to
talking,
talk
please.
talking me?
anymore.
Shut
Jack,
Are
stop
people
It's
talking.
gonna
just
keep
Yeah, like
over
it's
talking
seriously,
me?
guys,
ridiculous.
You
someone
are not
has to
No,
allowed.
like
like you're
Moderators,
You are
boot
not
this
disqualified.
allowed to
piece of
tell
shit
Paul.
out of the
You're
room.
moderators,
disqualified.
Jack, you are
You're
not
moderators,
allowed to tell
disqualified.
Paul to be
You're
respectful and stop
moderators.
over
disqualified.
talking to you when you're being
Is
disrespectful to
You're
me.
disqualified. This is not.
being
We're
Jack,
allowed
not
to
you are
gonna.
over
you're
We're
not
talk
allowed
not.
to do
Nobody
that,
got on
bro.
here to be berated by anybody.
Why is
Nobody did
Moshe
that.
allowed
Nobody
Jack,
did
to
you
that.
are not allowed
overtalk
to do
me?
that. You're not allowed
Why
to do
is
that, bro.
It's
Moshe
not
being
okay.
allowed to overtalk me?
You're
Because
not
it's
even.
disrespectful, bro. You're not
You're not
allowed to
even
do
given
that.
a place to
You've
have a
been
Are you just
talking for
conversation.
like the
You're
and
just
last
a
you
20
and
bully.
minutes. You should give
Wordless, where are
other
you,
people
man?
a chance to talk.
Jack, I don't understand how you can expect people to take you seriously
Nobody
if
wants
that's
to.
how you react.
Yeah, bro.
yeah?
You're like a big baby, bro. Just calm down.
I just asked for people to stop over talking.
Why?
No,
that's
you did a
not.
whole lot more than that.
That is not all you did, bro.
Why are
You
you
asked
all over
him,
talking him? I don't understand. Why?
Haiti.
It's
He just
because
First,
they're
opened his
Because you
thugs.
mouth.
cussed somebody
we
out.
we
Maybe in
we
your world that's
interjected.
okay.
Yes, Haiti, you're right. We did interject the moment he was being very
Why are
disrespectful.
moderators allow
You
Moshi
overtalked
to
him.
overtalk me?
You overtalked
Because you're
him.
being
In fact,
disrespectful, and it's
no,
against the rules of the club.
he was no. Actually, it's
The
not.
guy
You
asked
literally.
him
It is.
questions.
When I
He got
joined,
his
it
answer.
told me to accept specific rules. One of the rules was to not be disrespectful. That's what Jack did,
Was
and it's
Paul
not
was
okay.
No,
Paul
and
was
he,
Paul being disrespectful
Enough
when he
already. You asked
overtalked
your question. You got your
me?
answer.
no, he
It's enough,
didn't.
man.
No,
No, he didn't.
It's enough. Yeah,
sorry,
he did. If he
I
doesn't
was
get
And
it, he doesn't get
responding.
it.
just
He's
stop
just gonna
talking.
say, "Oh,
I was
he's gonna go all day long."
responding.
He doesn't
I
get it.
was
He doesn't get it. Fine.
responding, and Paul
You
started to overtalk me.
no, you're
And
repeating yourself over
instead
and
of
over again like
sorry,
a mental
sorry,
patient.
And
You
Jack,
sound
does
sorry.
autistic right now.
does that justify this childish behavior of yours?
Furnace, are you
Is
there? Can you mod this
It
room,
does.
please?
Are you
Can you
yeah.
saying
mod this?
that
Hey,
that justifies you
Why
being a
is
baby?
Furnace, can you
Moshi
mod?
continuing to overtalk me?
Sure,
Okay, so you don't.
I'd like to
Fine.
respond to
Okay,
Sorry,
let's
Paul.
move
I
on.
asked you a question.
sure.
Sorry, is there a moderator
Yeah,
here?
yeah. So,
Can you
what is the
please mod?
expectation? Should we take a vote?
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
Yes,
I'd
we
yes,
should take a
Please,
I'd
vote.
like
maybe
to
we
yes,
should
respond.
take a vote
yes.
I'd
here.
like
Like
to
the
Okay.
vote
Yes.
respond to
is to
Paul.
mute
Sturgis,
everyone that
I think that's a good idea.
overtalks.
We'll
Talking
start
of
Uh,
off with
what?
Corey.
What is
it,
wrong
Let's give
with
him a
We'll
it's
start
you?
off with
timeout
Corey,
for
and then we'll
cursing
go
the
up.
guy out, and let's move on. Let's
The
do it.
vote
Okay.
Let's
it,
is
give him a
Corey.
timeout.
the vote is to mute everyone who
No, no. Everyone's an adult here. I think you can self-manage. Please go ahead.
Obviously not,
yeah.
Yeah.
Burgess, because they're all
No,
talking at
they keep
once. They
overtalking me.
cannot
But
self-manage. Do
Jack
your
and Haiti,
job.
look.
Why are you
I'm gonna,
overtalking me? I'm still
Jack
trying
I'm
to
going to
respond
is
leave
to
the
talking,
Paul.
Jack.
stage. Jack, I'm going to leave the stage. I only came up here because I'm in the audience trying to hear you all, and I cannot. I'm going to leave in a second and go back to the audience. But I want to say this. Jack, just because someone overtalks you, right? There is a moderator. I would have preferred you to defer to him to check the people in the room. But you
Specifically ask for a
use it.
moderator.
See now, Haiti. That's my point. The people who keep saying don't overtalk,
Yeah.
do the same.
How about
The
stop
Why
same.
are you
Now
talking
you're
overtalking him,
overtalking
Jack?
me,
alphabetically?
Jack. Now you oh see,
Yeah,
I can do it
because
too,
I've
Jack.
been
But that's
interrupted
Jack,
since
it's
I was
Why are
so
you
talking.
it
overtalking
is
him?
Jack, so
so
why are you
I
trying to
told
it
you
is
say
why
Why are
I
you
was
so it
overtalking
talking
him,
is
Jack?
inappropriately
so
when you're doing this.
damn childish and
It's
pedantic,
hypocritical.
right? This conversation was great. It was going a very progressive way. We're in a pedantic now environment right now where you guys are acting like high school people, right? I
Why are you
work at
Why
wasting
are
school.
our
you
No,
time with
overtalking
this?
him,
Jack,
Jack,
just
why are
I
you
listen.
told
I
you
overtalking him?
I'd rather
why.
listened.
hear
Jack,
Corey.
Jack, why are you
I did.
overtalking him?
I
I'd
am
rather
not the
hear
one who
Corey.
overtalked you, Jack. When I was in the audience, I was
I
listening
still
to you.
haven't finished
Now
what
you're
I'm
I'm
saying
sorry,
at the
overtalking
why is
outset.
me.
Jack
Now
overtalking you
you're
then?
overtalking me. That's
Why
what
is
I'm
Jack
saying.
overtalking?
Don't say that, and then you get up here and do the same thing to me. If you
What
truly
are you
believe it or
talking
not,
about?
Jack,
if
why are you
you're doing it
overtalking?
now,
I
Jack,
haven't
why
you're
are you
finished
doing
what
it
I
overtalking?
was
now.
saying.
I'm
You're
Why are
ready
you
doing
to
it
hear
now.
overtalking?
Furnace,
Corey. I
You're
know
why
you want
else
to
doing it
hear
now.
Jack.
You're
I
Jack,
doing
know
it
you
now,
want
Jack,
to.
Jack.
why are you
Jack,
people
overtalking?
overtalk?
stop talking, Jack. See, I can do it too. I can be
Is
rude
there
to
a
you as
moderator?
well.
Jack,
Apparently
why are
There
you
not.
is
overtalking?
one. There is one. So let the moderator interrupt me if he
Yeah,
likes. And if he does,
yeah,
I will
moderator.
respect him and stop
Can we
talking.
get back to
But
the original
Jack, no,
discussion?
let me finish and
Why are
I'll
you
go to the bottom.
overtalking, Jack?
If you stop
I don't
talking,
want you to finish. I haven't finished what I was
that's your
saying yet.
prerogative.
I want
That's your
Corey to
prerogative.
finish. I'm sick of
That's your
listening to
Jack,
I
prerogative.
you're
want
Jack.
Corey
getting
to
That's your
back
finish
what
too,
you
prerogative.
actually.
put out. You're getting back what you
I'm
put
gonna
out.
Can
look.
the
Give me 30
mods
seconds. I'll
please
go back
moderate?
down.
This is
Haiti, why are you
ridiculous.
Haiti,
overtalking?
stop. Haiti, stop.
Moderator,
You're all
Stop.
talking
is
at
there a
once.
mod?
So it doesn't help if you talk. So let's
I'm
just be quiet.
asking
Let
the
me finish, and I'll
moderator
go
to
back
do
to the
Why
their
don't we let
audience.
job.
Corey finish his sentence? Why can't we do that?
Because
Haiti,
Because
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 Haiti,
I
you're
was
in
in the
talking
middle of
trying,
what the
talking.
listen,
fuck.
Jack,
in
there
why are you
was.
listen,
overtalking?
in trying
See,
to
stop
talk
it.
about
Come on,
overtalking,
y'all.
you guys are
I'm a
overtalking.
high
How
school
does this make
teacher, and
sense?
my students
You're
do better than
wasting
this.
all our time with
No, 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 no.
garbage.
You
so
you
can you
wasted my
teach
time
us
because you
can you
kept being
teach us
disrespectful.
some discipline, Corey? Can you teach us?
Okay, I vote that we let Corey actually finish his sentence.
Moderating, guys. Great job.
Hello. Furthest requested. Who do you think
He
should
never
have?
answered Jack's question. Wait, I wanted to hear the answer to Jack's question, Paul. Can you pull Jack back up and put me back in the audience?
We heard the answer. If you don't get it, you don't get it. He
Okay.
answered it like 3 times.
Yeah, so let's try it again. So you have two options in this, if you agree so far, with like a non-intended setup where their intention does not exist, and then that would lead you on to something like a multiverse,
unless they solve all these contingencies like the energy density of a vacuum and strong and weak nuclear force and all that other stuff. So until they do that, the idea of the multiverse is strong. So that's a world of no intention. And in order to get anything that looks like it was intended, you just have to throw